Hi, and welcome to Book Impressions. In this episode, I will give you my impression of the book, And Then She Vanished. It is the Joseph Bridgman series, book 1. So it's a series, and it is book 1 of 3. And it is written by author Nick Jones. And currently, as of March of 2022, the Kindle is free as I do this video. The hardcover is $19.52, paperback is $16.99, and there's an audio CD for $21.72. This first book has 307 pages. It's in English. Blackstone Publishing is the publisher. It was published last year on February 2nd of 2021, so it's been a little over a year. Let's look at the cover. It's called And Then She Vanished, so I have to assume this is the woman. We don't know anything about her from this cover, but it has a very stormy type look. Dark. I actually like this cover a lot because I think the color tones are good. I think the And Then She Vanished is, even though it's hovering between clouds, it has a way of really popping out at you, just like the author's name and kind of the series title. So I really like this book. I'm sure it pops off on the Amazon bookshelf or any other place it might be sold at. Let's look at our blurb. There's a few things that are stated about the book from like an IO9/Gizmo Pick of the Month new sci-fi fantasy books. A time travel must read for the 21st century, Amazon 5-star review said this. He only looked away for a second. Already those headlines are interesting. Okay, let's read our blurb. Still haunted by the disappearance of his little sister Amy over 20 years ago, Joseph Bridgman's life has fallen apart. When a friend takes him into seeing hypnotherapist Alexia Finch to help with his insomnia, Joseph accidentally discovers he can time travel. His first trip only takes him back a few minutes, but his newfound ability gives him something he hasn't felt for the longest time: hope. Joseph sets out to travel back to the night Amy went missing and save her. But after several failed attempts, he discovers the farther back he travels, the less time he gets to stay there, and the clock is ticking. With the help of Alexia, Joseph embarks on a desperate race against the past to save his sister. Can he master his new skill and solve the mystery of Amy's disappearance before it's too late? This book was previously released as titled The Unexpected Gift of Joseph Bridgman. This updated version includes extra chapters, new plot lines, and even deeper character development. It makes way for an expanded vision of the Joseph Bridgman series, with the first 4 books released in 2021 and 2022. So this book has been previously published a while back. It was published under another name, The Unexpected Gift of Joseph Bridgman, and I guess he decided to re-release it, and he added some extra chapters and some kind of a new plot line. You know, authors will do that sometimes. They'll, what I call, reinvent their book. And today, because of being able to publish so easily, it's not as hard to do. And I think that's why he decided, probably when he first did this book, it probably wasn't quite what he had hoped it would be, but he thought, why don't I just redo this book? And he did. And as we can see, it has 372 ratings, and it's obviously liked a lot by people. It looks like it has, let's see, out of 5 stars overall, it has a 4.3 star overall. 5 stars have 55%, 4 stars 28%, 3 stars 13%, 2 stars 3%, and 1 star 2%. So let's check out some of the headlines of our 5 star, because it is over halfway, about 55%. Let's see what people are saying to why they gave this the best rating you can give a book. Although I have to admit, that blurb was pretty good. Made me interested. Okay, it says, awesome read. Tugged at my heartstrings. An immersive time travel adventure. Don't judge the cover. I like the cover. Amazing story, wonderful characters. Could not put this book down. Okay, 5 stars all the way. Fascinating. Delightfully complex. Very enjoyable and great narrator. Okay, well, says a lot about this book already. Tells me that the 5 stars are really singing its praises. Okay, let's look at our 4 stars. Four star, original, quirky, and sweet. Joseph Bridgman is an intriguing time travel curiosity. Very enjoyable time travel book, a delight. I always say you could put 4 and 5s together because sometimes you read these 4s, they sound like they should have been 5s. Intriguing time travel tale, an imaginative and fun read, time travel and mystery in wands. If you like mysteries, you like this one. Perfect for fans of The Time Traveler's Wife or the movie The Butterfly Effect. Intriguing and fascinating, entertaining and thought-provoking time travel. Believable, a good story. Time travel with a heart. Okay, so you can see what I'm saying. Some of those 4 stars could have been 5 stars. I always think you could probably add those 2 together and get your score of 83%. Let's look at 3 stars. 3 stars are people who like something, but something didn't quite click with them. Okay, it said briskly paced time travel adventure. Okay, not terrible, not great. Appreciated the writing, but there's a but. I don't know what the but is. You have to come over and read this. Unlikable main character. Okay, sometimes that happens. Sometimes people don't like the characters. Fun adventure, but very simplistic writing. Pretty good if you like time travel. I am with the reviewer Stanner on this. British or American. I don't know what that means. Still a great book, but lost a lot of the charm, quirkiness, and humor of the original. Okay, so obviously this person read the original story, and they felt it wasn't as good as the original, which I find quite fascinating. I haven't read either one, so I can't answer that question. Let's look at 2 stars. 2 stars are kind of like, well, maybe I'll read the series and maybe I won't. And then she came back. That's all I got. It says, going back in time to fix something seems it's all before. Okay. I guess it kind of like, say no, say no. And that's why they kind of didn't like it. Well, let's face it, everything's been done before. Let's look at 1 star. These are people who just don't read the genre. This one said, nope. Stilted and awkward writing with characters that have no personality and all sound the same. The premise of the book was not interesting either. So you could tell this is not a genre they read. Okay, let's look at Nick Jones's library of books and see if he's got all 3 of these books out. We know he had the original one back once upon a time. And then let's see if he has anything else, and we'll read his autobiography when we get out to his library. Okay. It looks like he's had some interesting things. I don't know here. I don't know if he has the original version of this book out still. I mean, sometimes people unpublish it when they decide to rework a book, but then again, he might still have the old one out that you could do a comparison if you wanted to. I don't know if you're that kind of person, but some people do like to compare the original to the remake. Okay, like his books run, he's got that free book and it goes from 99 to $5.99. This must be Nick Jones right here. It looks like he has a blog that you can come over to Amazon and read. He looks like he has quite a few books here. He might have some other series from what I can see. He does have all three of these books. And then she vanished, The Shadow of London, and The Observer Effect. He must be the part of the series. He's got some other books here. Okay. He doesn't have a ton of them, but he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books. So he's been, he's published under a traditional publisher, so he must be a pretty good writer. I'm not taking away anything from self-publishers because some of the self-published writers are pretty good writers. Okay, let's see about Nick Jones. Nick Jones was born in Stratford, upon Avon, Warwickshire, and now lives in the Cotswolds, England. Okay, oh, interesting. I'm not too familiar with that. In a previous life, he ran his own media company and was a second Dan black belt in karate. These days he can be found in his writing room working on his latest mind-bending ideas, surrounded by notes and scribbles on a large whiteboard. He loves movies, kindness, gin, and vinyl. Interesting biography. Very interesting. Okay. If I mispronounced any of your place of where you live, please forgive me. Alright, so what I will do is I will put this book, And Then She Vanished. I'll put the URL down in the description. So if you want to come over and look down below in the description and click on it, come over here and look at this book a little more thoroughly. Maybe you want to read some more of the comments under each of the numbers 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more thoroughly, because like I said, I only read the headlines. Feel free. You might want to check out his other books. Hey. Anyway, if you like content like this and want to receive more content about books, I hope you will subscribe. And until next time, this is Book Impressions signing off.